This is not Thursday Night Throwdown. This is not All-Star Pro Wrestling 3. This is not even Arachnid Soul playing this game right now. What we're watching is Fight Night's Finest, the Sophic commentator, who you can find at youtube.com/Fight Night's Finest, playing possibly, and yes, in my opinion, the greatest pro wrestling game of all time. Like I've said before, King of Colosseum 2. I'm coaching him. We're trying to get him good at this game. He's just started playing this game last night. He is playing as Jushin Thunder Liger, the wrestler in the red and white. His opponent in the blue and black is El Samurai. Fight Night, what's going on?
What's going on, Arachnid? Just trying to make sure I make my trainer proud.
Yeah, so you're starting out good. The Shote Palm Rush that time. You want to start out with the bottom tier moves. El Samurai now, collar and elbow, nice drop toe hold that time to counter. But you want to start out with the bottom tier moves. Anyone who's played Fire Pro Wrestling, any of those games, will be familiar with how this game works, because this unofficially was the final Fire Pro Wrestling game. And I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh, I've got the Fire Pro on Xbox. We're not talking about that piece of garbage. That was not a Fire Pro game, I'm sorry. In any case, yes, this is good. You want to keep clubbing him, boots, strikes, things of that nature. When he grabs you, you want to be able to counter. And now switching into the camel clutch. Basically, just the early goings here. Fight Night's Finest is playing this on the number 4 difficulty, which is damn good considering he started playing this game only last night. I coached him for 3 hours last night off camera, to get a rope break here. There you go. It's actually pretty bad ring positioning from El Samurai, but early on, when you knock a guy down, he gets up so quick that you will go for a submission even if he's in the ropes, just to try to get it for a second. I was hoping we could see a counter there, but we didn't.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't get the timing right.
That's alright. Once again, we see the palm rush, now the knee drop that time to the kidneys. Just the breaking down process and the feeling out process to see what El Samurai is going to bring to the table. Nice full arm dragon twist. The arm wringer, as some call it, the elbow to the back of the arm, the shoulder that time. Irish whip to the corner. Okay, go over. Just hold circle maybe. Try to, or you could grab him either way. Yeah. Plancha. Yeah, I was going to say, if you just held circle there, you would have gone in with the charging Shote palm strike. At the same time, you could have grabbed him with, the grapple and circle button, the R1 and circle, and you probably could have executed an avalanche style. And I say brainbuster in the Japanese sense, not in the American sense. It would be what the Americans would recognize as a superplex. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to... Oh, wow. I'm surprised he didn't get his guard up and block that time. But yes, also in this game, very important, this being probably the most sim wrestling game ever released, very important to watch your stamina. We don't have the heads-up display on, but even if we did, the stamina is not something on the heads-up display. Nice. Once again, that counter on the arm wringer. And that's one of the hardest things to reverse in this game, that arm wringer. It's hard to time it. One of the things about this game is, well, I don't know what that was. Kind of old school Sabu. I would see him do that, try to drop kick a guy's ankle a lot of the time, or go for single leg. Figure 4, and actually that's good ring positioning, because even if he managed to get towards the rope a little bit, your arm would have blocked. But yes, the harder the difficulty level is on this game, the smaller the window is to execute moves, counters, reversals. I guess at some point, nice backdrop driver, we're going to have to work on your ability to actually catch strikes and counter them.
Okay.
Not the easiest thing in the world to do, especially since the counter grapple button and the catch strike button are 2 different buttons. Went for that victory roll that time, couldn't get it. I think there would have been a rope break there anyway. You gotta remember that circle is gonna always be the victory roll from behind. Front face lock. This game has more moves per wrestler than just about any. Okay, try to hold circle. Back up a little. Back up, and then hold circle. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, you need a certain amount of distance there. See, now he's gonna try to fly. Oh, what is this? Oh, running shoulder. Get out of there. Oh, nice. Okay. He was going to try to run along that ring skirt and then jump off with a running shoulder or some kind of flying attack. Like, when you get a little bit more advanced at this game, what I will do is something that Jerry Lynn of ECW fame called hailing the cab. You see Samoa Joe do it a lot of the time, waiting until that last second and then sidestepping a move, throwing up that salute. God. We know when El Samurai starts the forearm shivers and the lariats, that's the comeback mode.
Yeah, that's why I just got up real quick and took a breather.
Yeah, sometimes that is the best thing to do. Also, you want to pay attention to Liger's posture here, because you know when the head and the shoulders drop, that means he's starting to lose his conditioning. He still looks fresh. Yeah.
Take a break.
All right. Okay, now hold circle when he hits. Hold circle, going with that palm strike. Oh, what's going on? Okay, well, I don't know what's going on there.
I'm just a new vessel.
Okay, oh, nice. Got that brain buster off. I thought he was actually going to counter that. Now, Liger's not going to be able to execute any move from that position because El Samurai wasn't squared off. I mean, unless you had pulled him the other way and gone to a different turnbuckle, then maybe you would have been able to get it. Okay, let's see if he's going to try. I'm waiting to see if El Samurai is going to do a move so I can kind of see where, you know, your character's broken down. Nice. Counters the brainbuster that time with the arm hook DDT, but it was a desperation move. He won't be able to get right back up. And I've actually noticed that, you know, you weren't using that backdrop driver last night, but I guess that's a new move you've figured out in Liger's arsenal.
I was trying to go for the springboard that time.
Shin breaker. I'm convinced that one of Liger's moves is the German suplex, but this game having so many, maybe went for the Liger bomb, couldn't get it. This game, like I've said, you know, the wrestlers have more moves than any other wrestling game. They've probably got, I have no idea. Nice, Fisherman's Buster. They probably got 60 moves from the front. El Samurai's getting up, but he is getting up groggy. The Showtime palm strike that time to the back. Okay, good. You got the R3 work, and you can turn him around. Try to Irish whip him to the corner and see if you can do some corner moves. Yeah, so stay right there. At second he hits hold circle. There you go.
Oh, you got the
oh.
Counter.
And the drop kick.
Starting that comeback.
All right. Yeah. I'm trying not to be that Timothy Bradley corner. When he starts kicking your ass, I'm just going to tell you, yeah, that's good. Keep doing that.
Slow him down a little bit more.
I don't know. You really got to be careful with these submissions because you might make him tap out.
Okay.
I mean, we'll try to wear him down with strikes and you know, moves. People play this game, they try to wear people down with submissions and end up getting a tap. All right. See, maybe a baseball slide or whatever. No. He's not going to be groggy for long. You got to hit that far rope and come back and do it.
All right, so let's gain stamina.
That's all right. Yeah. You see him... Yeah, you saw Liger breathing there, and you see El Samurai, and just the fact that El Samurai walked along the ring apron like that, you know he was going to look for a springboard or maybe try to hook Liger over the top rope. Once again, that brainbuster, since it's one of Liger's trademark moves, it's a harder move to execute, and it's more likely to be countered. And the same thing with the Liger bomb. So I would say El Samurai's not broken down sufficiently for you to start going for some of those trademarks. The Achilles tendon lock here, the single leg Boston Crab. So you might want to completely avoid the powerbomb clutch and the suplex clutch and try to go for other things.
Okay, dang.
Nice.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Yep. McCabe Dora Cornell, a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker that time. See, the mistake there on El Samurai's part is I don't feel like he really capitalized there. He should have stayed on you. I mean, he's blocking a lot of stuff here, but at some point you got to play a little bit of offense, not just defense. Samurai dropped again. Let's see. Grabbing him from behind. That victory roll. Is there a rope break there? Yeah. So try to get him into the corner and try to do that charging Shote palm strike by holding circle. So basically, for anyone wondering, you Irish whip from the collar and elbow tie up. There you go. Nice. Okay, wait for him to hit. And there it is. Nicely done.
I'm gonna wait for me and pick him up.
Yeah, it's the kind of move where you really can't follow it up with anything. When he's standing like that, maybe you could come off the top with the missile drop kick,
Okay.
but I don't think Liger's got any other standing moves he can come off the top with.
Alright, so it looks like we're both tired now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another tell for when your guy gets tired. When you execute a move, even if it's a counter, and you stay down for a little bit too long. Drop kick again that time from the knee. So let's see if you can maybe execute a frog splash here. See if well, you're not going to make the jump that far. No, he can't do it there because he's not squared off. Like pretty much when you're on the turnbuckle and you're looking straight out, you've got to see the side of his like rib cage to do the frog splash. If you see his feet or his head, then it's just not going to work.
Alright.
You know, this is a mechanic a lot of people will be familiar with if they've played, you know, WCW, NWO Revenge, or any of the Virtual Pro Wrestling games, Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, or anything like that. You know, squaring off your opponent so you can execute certain moves off the top. Nice! Chain wrestling, we're seeing some standing switches and everything from these guys.
Alright, so I can start going for the harder stuff now, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looked like you were using a lot of early things, so I would say maybe mid-tier things. Hey, oh no, I was going to say try to grapple him on the way back.
Lariat.
Yeah, that's, once you see that.
Yeah, I was trying to go for that tilt the wood back right.
Whether they're fighters or, you know, MMA fighters or wrestlers in this game, they all have their real logic. So if you've watched any of these people fight in real life and then you play the game, that's exactly what they're going to do. And here we see the Especial de Rito Romero, the Romero special there, Romero clutch. Nicely done. I know you couldn't get a rope break there, but let's see. Powerbomb. You might be able to come off the top now. See, he was perfectly squared off there. And even now, maybe a frog splash.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And somersault senton. Liger just showing off his athleticism for no reason. Yeah. On an easier setting, I would have said even when he gets up, go for a missile drop kick. But on this setting, he's just going to get his guard up. Snap suplex there. Shades of the Dynamite Kid. Yeah, so this is good. This will, in time, give you the advantage because I noticed that you're breathing occasionally. I haven't seen him breathing yet.
Yeah, you can't grab him.
Yeah, you got to grab him from the front.
Okay. Get up
there. You know, so in the long game, you're going to have better, you know, cardio, better stamina than he has. But if he gets you with that combination, we saw it last night. You were winning. I don't know what setting it was, but he came back, hit you with the Samurai Bomb, with the Powerball, and we'll talk about the Powerballs in a second. So it was the Samurai Bomb with the Powerball, the elevated reverse DDT with the Powerball. Oh, shame you're not using Muda because you could hit a Shining Wizard there. And then he came off the top rope with a diving headbutt with the Powerball. And basically the Powerball system is something that allows you to use a number of different moves. Try to hit the rope and come. Okay, that works too. But the Powerball allows you to use moves that you have and make them a little bit more disgusting, a little bit more nasty, if you will.
Because
you know, it turns.
Out the ring.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. You got to hit that far rope, and then when you're coming back, you want to hit. I believe it's circle with Liger. Liger's got a suicide dive small package there. Liger's got a suicide dive. He's got a baseball slide drop kick. But yes, the power balls, nice, flows through the suplex, drop kick. The power balls are things that you want to use sparingly because they're very easy for the computer to counter, and you only have a certain amount of them. Yeah, good chain wrestling there. When you put this on the higher settings, I mean, you get some technical wrestling clinics, chain wrestling-wise. Okay, try to actually go to him and suplex him off the top. So hook him and with like circle. There you go. I think that might have been the first time you've been able to actually get this off. Let's see, what is this? Oh, that was the Fisherman Buster.
Nice.
Avalanche style off the top. So basically, if you would do that and use a Powerball, see again, he's not squared off. Nothing you can do there. But if you would use a Powerball clutch from that same position, it would have been the Avalanche Brainbuster.
Okay.
Good combination he's got there. Surprised he didn't go for like a Kimura armbar or something, which we've seen him use a number of times last night.
Okay, let's drag him out.
All right.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to go for a submission or anything. So.
Yeah, you got to be really quick because it's still kind of early on. So when you want to drag him out, you got to drag him out quick, or he'll get up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to dive now.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll get it eventually. If I missed it once, I just go for a plancha.
Okay, so it's triangle and then what?
It's triangle and then circle, or triangle and then square. Or, you know, everybody's got different moves. That's not something I tend to go for with Liger, just because the risk is really high on this game that you'll miss that. I would probably just go for a plancha.
Is he properly squared?
It might have been good enough, because sometimes it doesn't have to be perfect, but if he's getting up...
Okay, now we're both tired now.
Yeah, and you can see his chest, how hard he's breathing on the ground there. So even if you wanted to go for like some of the top tier moves, you could probably get it. Yeah, you might be able to get Frog Splash there, yeah. Oh, Shooting Star! Nice. There you go. Yeah, that was a good match. Anyway, this is the type of training session I was doing with Fight Night's Finest last night. He just won on the 4 difficulty on this game. Find him, youtube.com/FightNightsFinest. It has been, as always, your host, Arachnid Soul, intellectual, voracious, and passionate about making a better fighter out of Fight Night's Finest on this game than he already is. And we will catch you guys and girls later.